Hi, it's Tippy from Inner Alchemist, the place to come when you want to get practical tools for connecting to your magic and authentic self. And I'm in a reflective mood this evening. It's kind of late here, end of a long and very full day. The wind is howling outside here in Jerusalem, but I love that sound. And I had this aha moment where I understood why I had been so resistant to making videos, and I want to share that with you in the hopes that it might help you if you've ever had difficulty or fear about putting your voice out there in the world. See, I didn't understand why I was so resistant to making videos, to being heard and to being seen. And I remembered something from when I was in third grade. Now, this is a memory that I haven't forgotten it, but I somehow connected it to this resistance to being more public. And it's like this. When I was in third grade, I was a really good girl. I was a dutiful girl. You know, I wasn't a troublemaker. And one day I was out in third grade in the playground playing at recess with one of the other girls in the class who was acting not very nice, and I think I called her obnoxious. See, I grew up in a house where we were 4 kids, and I knew that kind of word because either my older siblings were calling me obnoxious, and I learned that that wasn't a very nice thing to be, so I called this girl obnoxious. And she went, after the recess, back to the teacher and ratted on me. Now, here's the part where it gets bad. So she ratted on me. The teacher comes into the classroom and says, "I want to know who called so-and-so obnoxious." And me, being the good girl, I very timidly raised my hand. And she started to say the most absurd things. Now, when I think about it as an adult, I can laugh today. But for my third grade self, it was pretty horrible. She said, "You can call somebody a dumbbell. You can call somebody an idiot. But you should never, ever call them obnoxious." And then she said, "And you are going to stay after class until I tell you you can leave." So there I was at the end of a long school day, and she forgot about me. She forgot she stuck me in this classroom. She totally forgot, blanked out. And a friend of mine said, "What are you still doing here?" And I told her that the teacher had said that I had to stay until she said I could leave. So she went then to the teacher, who finally said, "You can go home now." Well, I went home and I told my parents, and they had a bit of a hard time believing it because it was so absurd. But my good little dutiful third grader self wasn't making this up. And here's the thing. I think we all go through times in our life where we experience a deep injustice and a deep shaming, which our younger selves don't know how to deal with. We know on some level it's wrong, but the shaming and the humiliation, the public shaming in particular that I see going on so much now on the net, which is such a horrible thing, the youngster in us doesn't know how to deal with it. And I think for a long time, I was shut down and I didn't want to be public. Until now, recently, I thought, no, I have information I want to get out there and share with other people. If it's helped me, if it helps even one other person, I will be so grateful. So if any of you have experienced that feeling of being shut down, just remember, you as an adult now are not the same as you were back then. And as an adult, we can say to that my third grade self, you can say it to your younger self, to remind them of how far they've come and remind them that it was wrong what happened. It was unjust what happened. And it wasn't their fault. And I'm so glad that I was able to make that connection now, and that I feel if somebody out there, if I get to the stage where somebody humiliates me or outs me or shames me for something that I say in one of my videos, that's going to be a good sign. That's actually going to be a good sign, because it means I've gotten out there publicly enough for others to notice me. Yahoo! Time to celebrate. So I'm really grateful to you for listening in and let me be so vulnerable with you. And if it can give you the encouragement, the strength to put yourself out there more, then this will have been worth it. So please leave your comments below. share with me, stay in contact with me. I've left some information about my Facebook page and my website. I'd love to hear from you and to know if there's anything else you'd like me to do videos on. Have a great day.